We're back. Hey, we're back. We're back. Just give me a moment. All right. So, Joshua and Fury is signed. It is signed, apparently. Okay. So, I just want to know, really, above all, when's it happening? You know? When's the fight happening? And where is it happening at? Hmm? You got that one? This one This one's pretty easy to jump on, but this is a little bit weird as far as I'm concerned. I mean, we've heard this from Hearn, we have heard this from Sky, but we've not heard anything from BT, nothing from Frank Warren, nothing from Bob Arum. The only thing we've heard from that side is the ESPN media executives. So this is just a little weird. And the biggest thing no one talks about is not even Wilder's legal case. It's more so how long you have prepared to get for this fight, because you have a guy in Joshua that is a person that is really wanting large camps and wanting camps that are lengthy. Those 12 to 14 week training camps, right? He doesn't have that time. Because remember, fight is in June, right? So let's say it's in the first or second week of June. It doesn't really matter when in June. You've got April, May, that's 8 weeks. You've got barely 2 weeks here. So you barely have a 9 week training camp. Right? So it's a weird one. It's a real weird one. I mean, hey, if they announce a date and venue, like, I'm watching it. You know? I'm watching it. But I just feel that, because I saw Dan Raphael say, I don't know, something's fishy. So maybe there's some skepticism about this fight being signed. But remember, last year they agreed to the deal, and now they've signed the deal. Apparently it takes, it takes that long to sign a deal. But I mean, we have to see. We're gonna have to see. But it'll be interesting to know what the split is. Let me just see this. It's funny though, because I haven't heard Fury say anything. I'm just trying to check his social media and everything, and it seems to me that there's only one or two. I only need 6-7 weeks training for these bums. Like, I hear Fury saying that, but I don't really buy that, because he's another one that's pretty big on getting training in. So, um, I don't know, man. Like, it's a weird one, because nothing like this is the same thing really as just what's been said the whole week. The whole week, the same thing has been said. It's signed. It's done. It's this and that. Well, who signed it? Who has signed it? When is the press conference? Wilder and Fury did a press conference before a date was announced. Yeah. Or before a venue was announced, I'm pretty sure. Because that's what the people out there were banging on about, right? They were like, well, you know, they're like, well, there's no date or venue, so it must not be happening. So I can now switch that and put that onto you guys, right? That's how it works. You know, there's no point in trying to just use one thing in one instance and then in the next one just be like, oh yeah, this is, you know, well, I guess this is how it is. I mean, this is ridiculous. You know, there's no, like, this is confirmed. Like, is it even confirmed? That's the whole thing about this. Is it actually confirmed? Because I saw signed. They didn't actually say it was confirmed, you know? But I need to hear out of Frank Warren's mouth. If I can hear from Frank Warren, then there's a bit of a better chance of me believing that this is an actual thing, you know? I don't quite understand. How can one? All we've heard is Sky and Eddie say it. I've not heard Joshua say it. I've not heard Fury say it. I've not heard. Nothing's official. I feel that this is just another announcement, right? Because I think Hearn did the clever thing. What he did was he announced this along with ESPN to just get some eyes on the sport, right? Because really, he's got nothing going on. Canelo just fought, and no one cares about that fight. No one is celebrating over that fight. You've got Okolie. No one knows who Okolie is. I like Okolie. And then you've got, who else is there? There's no one else. We just had a dodgy DAZN card this weekend with dodgy scorecards, with the judge being suspended. That to me doesn't add up. It adds up in terms of Hearn trying to get eyes on his company and everything. Like, I'm getting trolls and everything. Just this is something else. But to me, this is the same news as like what Fury said a few days ago. We're not closer to doing it. I'm not even mad at Fury. I'm not mad at all. That's the funny thing about it. My whole point is, where are the other entities' opinion on this? Like Frank, like Bob. Where are their opinions? MTK hasn't said shit. Joshua's management haven't said shit. And they said within the next 30 days, they want to find a venue. Okay, so what? What is it now? It's March 16th where I'm at. It's probably March 15th there in the UK. So you got 16 days left in March, 15 days left in March, right? So you tell me in the middle of April, right? The middle of April, we're going to have a date and venue announced, yeah? Okay, sure thing. We're going to have a date and venue announced. Alex Cuff said, Bob is on holiday apparently. Where's he on holiday? Who said that? He's on holiday for the biggest unification fight, the biggest fight in boxing, one of the biggest fights in boxing right now. On holiday? Shouldn't be on holiday. Should be getting this fight done. Should be getting a date and venue, eh? I thought the fight was signed. Bob Arum. I want to hear what Bob has to say. I want to hear what Bob has to say. And this legal rift with Wilder, I want to hear more about that as well. I feel like we should get some details on that, to be quite honest. I feel like we should get some details on that. Because that's another, you know. Gareth Davies. Where did Gareth say that? I'll be back in a minute. Where did Gareth say that? Listen to what Gareth said today. Oh, I don't think I will. But hold on, what does Bob being on holiday have any influence anyway? He's got Zoom, he has an email, he has a phone, he has assistants and other executives beside him. So is that why the fight isn't like officially announced, Alex? Is that why? To me, I gotta take like what Gareth says with a pinch of salt. Because as far as I'm concerned, like he's not, he's been caught lying before, so it's, I don't know, man. But this fight, into the wind, it might just go. It'll be interesting though. Like, let's just say they do actually find a venue. I wonder where they're gonna host this fight. The location that always sticks out to me is Singapore. I don't know why, but I would find it hilarious if they did such a fight there. And how they going to get crowds? What, Wilder and Fury, they could easily do a fight in Texas. That would sell out easy. They could do that at the AT&T Stadium. You never know. The heck, they could do it in Alabama. You know what I mean? It's unrealistic in Alabama, but the Joshua Fury Vegas, you're not going to have crowds there. In Texas, they'll have crowds, but no one knows who Fury is in Texas. But that will still sell out. But in terms of a pay-per-view draw, Wilder's going to be lifting a lot of that. So that's why it could probably sell or come close to selling out. In Texas, I mean. But really, I don't think either guy has an issue where the fight takes place. Maybe they can do it in Canada. I'm going to look up, what about Canada? You think Canada will be a good place for them to do the fight? Canada. That would be interesting. You say Saudi. I think let's go the opposite of that. Let's go to Canada and do it. Can we go to Canada? Because they've got great sports fans there. I think they have the greatest sporting fan base on earth. Whether it's the UFC and George St. Pierre, whether it's hockey, whether it's any other sport there, even basketball. They love their basketball there as much as, the US. So for me, I feel as if that they could go there, because Saudi, that's easy for them. That's an easy site fee for their Hearn and all the rest, They're not going to do it in China or Japan. What are the COVID cases? COVID Canada. In Canada. Oh, man, it's bad there. I'm looking at the cases. Man, that's terrible there. Let me see. Oh, right now, 2,000, almost 3,000 cases there in Canada. But there are some places in which there are some places within Canada that aren't touched with COVID. I need to see this map though. Like Quebec and Ontario is pretty bad. And then there's a pretty big drop when you get to British Columbia, Manitoba. I want to see the map. There was a map that just came up here. They put a nice map up for me to see. Here we go. Canada. I gotta see this map again. Oh, what's up, Mike? They so-called got 30 days. Let me just see Wilder versus Fury press conference, New York, because that will tell me October 3rd. That was October. That was really in October, man. See, Wilder and Fury, they announced their date and venue a while back, but that made more sense because they're like, okay, towards the end of the year, November or December, you know. But the point is they did it. They haven't done it yet for this fight. And you see, April and May is not the same as having September, October, November. You understand? And a bit of August in that as well. Because they announced the fight at the Fury fight when he fought in Belfast, Ireland. So, I mean, what? They got until April 15th pretty much to do it. So, I'm a little unsure as to Manitoba, Northwest Territories. Yeah, maybe or Nunavut or Yukon. Yeah. Yeah. Man, this is crazy. Like, where do you think they'll actually do the fight? I think Saudi's just like, I'm just putting this out as a hypothetical. You know, what's up, Tyrone? TS Boxing. My question is, who's going to turn their back in this fight? Which guy do you think is more likely to turn their back? You see, now I'm taking the piss out of this fight. Now I'm just making fun of it. You know? Because I don't think it's happening. I mean, Wilder's arbitration. It's arbitration. And I think this will have a significant effect on it. Yeah? Mike said AJ. I can imagine that. He's not done it before. I would like for him to go through his career without doing it. I want to see Wilder versus Fury 3. That's it. Yeah. I think you said that out loud when you typed that, Tyrone. My deal is just with the whole turning of the back business, okay? And I'm serious here. If you do that, in my eyes, you're a coward. I don't care if Wilder does it, he's a coward straight away in my eyes. That's how much I stick by it. You can't turn your back in this sport, period. You can't do it. So I don't really care what people say. You ain't turning your back in this sport because I'm going to be on you. You're fired straight away. Just like how Mike did an interpretation of me. Yeah. But I think, you know what? Speaking of turning their back, I think fans are going to turn their back on what Hearn says. Apparently, Bob is on holiday, apparently, for the biggest unification fight that can be made right now. He's not there, apparently. But I thought, like, see, they had, what? When were they negotiating? Last year in June? It's like, I don't get it. You had all this time to find a date and a venue. I got people still arguing with me that the rematch clause is expired, but they don't know what clause it is. They can't even say. These people probably don't know how to spell contract. I mean, I got people out here saying Wilder should fight Ruiz. I mean, what kind of crap is this? As far as I'm concerned, Wilder can do whatever he wants. He's a grown-ass man, okay? He's a freaking millionaire, right? He's probably got the most money in boxing as far as I'm concerned, or close to it. Okay, he's already made history. So for me, it's like, who the heck are you to say what he should do? Maybe Fury should honor this rematch clause and just go through with this third fight, you know? I think what's going to happen in all of this is everything is going to break down, right? The whole fight is going to break down, and then Fury's going to end up having to fight Wilder. And Joshua's going to either go to China and fight that Zhili Zhang for, you know, that freaking Chinese demographic market to grow his name, even though everyone knows who he is. He needs to grow his name by going to China to fight, huh? You ever hear of Wilder saying some shit like that? Because he fought overseas before he even got the big fights. So he already established his name in some smaller countries. You know, Puerto Rico, Mexico, he went to the UK. That's where Joshua saw him fight. You know, no, Wilder should only fight Frosty. No reason to drop down. Yeah, I heard that. Remember they were talking about Bridgerweight? That's easy division. That's an easy division. You can, you know, whoever's there has got the opportunity to grab that belt and say, yeah, Bridgerweight champion, you know? This is crazy. What's the, yeah, I think Dillian White is fighting next week. I think he's fighting next week. I'm looking forward to that. Looking forward to him getting slept again. Yeah, this fight's not happening. Look, you see that video I sent you guys in the chat the other day? That guy was so mad. And look, he uploaded a video today saying, oh, it's done. Okay, it's done. Cool. Let's see it then. If it's done, let's see it. We've been talking for a year on this. It's done, it's done, it's done. Yeah, okay. So where's the date and the venue? Because understand this, guys. Understand this. Wilder and Fury, they were doing promoting before the date and venue got announced, right? So that will tell you, okay, the fight is actually happening because they wouldn't be holding press conferences and one-on-ones. Yeah, because then you're misleading everyone by doing that and then not having the fight. Yeah, because they had an idea. Okay, we're going to do it here. It's going to happen regardless. Right? So, yeah. AJ is going to mess around and let Edwards' greed allow this fight to slip through his hands. But I don't even think it's up to Edwards. That's the thing. I think the Wilder case is the thing that is in the way. But you never know. Fury might just actually fight Joshua. I would look, dude. I wouldn't be mad. I just would prefer for the right thing to happen, which is Wilder get his third fight. That's what I want to happen. But it might not. But it should. It really should. This fight is going to break down, though. I don't believe it's going to happen. Far too long, guys. It's taken far too long. Way too long. Way too long. This is not nothing is really transparent. You know what I mean? Like, oh dear me. If you guys want to jump on, put 1 in the chat. Let me see. I mean, I see Barbershop saying 2-fight deal, real or fake. I mean, for me, okay, they haven't even done press for it in terms of both of them talking about it. I want to hear what Frank Warren has to say. I want to hear it out of his mouth. Queensberry Promotions haven't even put anything in there because they were involved with the Wilder Fury fights. They had their words on it. BT Sports has had nothing to do with it, probably because it's not going to be broadcast there anyway. What have DAZN said about it? Have DAZN said anything about it? Man, can you imagine that shit on DAZN? Oh dear, oh dear. I'm telling you, Joshua should have just done a pay-per-view with Wilder and Showtime. He would have got much more there. You are kidding me, yeah? Who the heck emails at this time in the morning? Heck to the no. Man. You're kidding, yeah? Get the heck out of here with that. I'm not interested. 3 in the morning? 5 in the morning? You can't be serious, yeah? Man. Now that's some trolling right there. You know, I'm surprised I got no trolls today. I don't want to see this fight go ahead. Honestly, I wouldn't be mad. I'd just be a little disappointed that Wilder can't even get a third fight. Because remember how hard it was to get the rematch with Fury. We had to wait all that time. Over a year we had to wait, guys, for that to happen again. And look what happened. See, that's what happens when you stretch the fights out, right? These fighters, they get ideas, they switch camps, and they try these dodgy things. You see? It should have happened in April 2019, but it didn't. It didn't happen then. Do you think if it happened then, Fury would have come forward like that against Wilder? I don't think he would have. I don't think he would have at all. This Joshua Fury, that's a good fight in my eyes. You know? But it's not happening. No, Jose, it is not happening. No way. It's not happening. You know? For me, it's just a little unrealistic right now. I mean, you've been talking about this for the longest time, and you still haven't found a way to actually get it done. Because wouldn't you weren't they saying like way ages ago? Oh yeah, well it's this and that. This is ridiculous, you know. I'm confused. I thought Hearn was like the Dom there. I thought he was actually going to get a date in the venue. He's still not got it. He's actually still not got it. I want to hear about this arbitration as well. I understand that, these things. Oh, excuse me. I understand that these things take time, but in the USA, but like, can we get something on it? I don't get. We got Volts UK in the chat saying AJ don't want the fight. What, the Fury fight? He posted on his Twitter, the landlord. The landlord, okay. Whatever that means. Remember you said that with Miller, and then Miller tested positive. It's like, cool. That whole landlord shit is dumb. And you know what people are saying there? They're like, ooh, the LDBC are having an emergency meeting. So you guys want this Joshua Fury fight so bad that you still feel that there is a need. Look, the Raphael Dawkins Combat Radio says 28 days, not 30 days. Huh? 28 days to agree date and venue. Oh, man. We got people saying July. Now we got the fans speaking for Eddie Hearn saying, oh, it should happen on this date. You guys got no influence on that shit. 28 days, huh? What happened to 30? Who said 28? Hey, man, it came from the horse's mouth. Ruffy said 28. It's got to be 28 days, isn't it? Huh? It's got to be 28 days. It has to be. It has to be 28 days. Easily. So that means they'll find it out quicker, yeah? Maybe they'll take even less time. Man, Fanon got a bunch of dislikes on his video. We got a robot in the building who's going to get severely blocked by me. You see, your kind used to come to my channel back in 2018 when I started uploading again. Why was this recommended to me? Why would you put that dumbass comment in the chat when you're not interested anyway? But you're blocked. Fuck off. And goodbye. I don't have time for that shit. Get the heck out of here. Why was this recommended to me? Ask Edward Hearn. I don't know. See, that's not even a boxing fan, that one. That guy, that's some bot there. So I'm not interested in that. 28 days. That's extraordinary, man. 28 days. What else have we got? This still doesn't take away from the fact that Fury is a coward. What did someone say in Fanon's chat? He said, here's what I think will happen. We'll hear that Fury Wilder out of court and Fury has been suspended pending an investigation. Wilder will fight somewhere in the summer and again late in the year. Fury will be sitting out and we will get the news he has been banned. Then we will see all the evidence flood the internet and ESPN will part ways with Top Rank and possibly sue them. There's no other way. Simply fighting Wilder is not the answer. Repercussions are pending for this guy. He cheated the fans who broke the live gate for the second fight. Imagine the backlash from that alone. Woo, that's a hot take on it. That's a hot take on it. I like it, though. What else? Okay, cool. Yeah. Oh, no, he's blocked. He is blocked. There's no doubt about it. I have had those type of comments before. Those ones annoy me the most out of any other comment on YouTube. Why was this recommended to me? It wasn't. You seeked my video. You came to my channel and you put that dumbass comment in. Why don't you get a life? Why don't you get blocked? Oh, I did that for you already. Don't care, man. Do not care. Imagine doing that on BFTB's channel. You get blocked instantly. Hold on a minute. What's someone saying here? Right. I'm going to put the link in the chat if anyone wants to jump on. I am doing an earlier stream as well, so, it's working out. Okay, I got Mike's screenshot in the chat about the Fury fight. Yep. I'm sick of hearing this Ruiz talk, man. Ruiz is irrelevant as far as I'm concerned. That's another quitter. There's another quitter right there. I mean, come on, dude. Come on, this fight ain't happening. Like, let's be real, yeah. He's in court still, you know? Unless he wants to get sued or something, fine. You know, that's fine. But, you know, again, this shit is ridiculous. Two-fight deal as well. See, if they said one fight, that would be more realistic. But two-fight deal? I wonder what the split is for it. You think it's 50-50? There's no way it's 50-50. You see, if it's 50-50, then that's some chicken shit from Joshua, right? Because he should have just given that to Wilder if that was the case. But I don't think it's 50-50. I think it's like, I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is at all, you know? I have no idea. How you doing?
Oh, not much. Don't know. All right.
Brighten up, my man. We got Joshua versus Fury.
That's a horrible fight. Nobody wants to see that. No. You know, if he doesn't get this rematch, he'll never get it. Ever.
Hold on.
Not Donisters. I don't care about what anybody says. If he doesn't get it now.
No, he won't get it. No, he won't.
And I'm telling you this. That's non-negotiable. I don't want to hear about this stuff about he'll become mandatory. He'll never have it again.
Oh, no, he won't get it. If he gets a mandatory, then, you know.
He'll never get it.
They'll just vacate.
He'll never have anything. He needs this now.
And that's what I'm saying, dude. Like, I want the right thing to happen.
No. He won't get anything if he doesn't have it right now. His team is not. We got to see what's happening in this arbitration thing, man. They can't let that thing slide. Because if let this fight go ahead, he'll never fight for anything of consequence.
Now, where did you get that information, Alex? 50-50, huh? And then 60-40. Where did you get it from? I want a source. Just like all these other channels. They have a source, but there's no source. What the hell?
That's that WBC belt, man.
Yeah, he needs it. He looks good with the green belt. He looks good with it. Yeah, so like I just want the right thing to happen, and I want him to get his third fight. That's my whole gripe with this. Because if he doesn't get it, it's like I'm like the thing that really bugs me, Tyrone, is that people just want to say, right, well, he's out the picture so he can fight Ruiz. What is he gonna gain?
I don't want to see a Charles Martin fight. I don't want to see any fight if it's not versus Fury. Listen, God, listen. You want to win in life? There's no middle ground here. You want to win? You can't. We'll just do the. No. I'm telling you what it is. If he doesn't have this third fight right now, immediately they will freeze him out of everything, and he'll be stuck fighting bums for a lot of money. But that he doesn't want it like that. He wants the top fights like he was having.
What in the fuck is this?
People say, oh, he needs to build back up. No, he doesn't need to build back nothing.
Never again. No, he doesn't, Tyrone. Like, I mean, look, the man has dynamite in his power. He has incredible athleticism. He's older now, so there's he doesn't need any more improvement. It's just pretty much get into the ring healthy as you can, use what you can, and do your best to get the win. I don't care about all the other mumbo jumbo stuff about rewriting the freaking book and reinventing the wheel. Like
put himself in a mandatory
for one, okay, for those people
in a mandatory position at 37.
No, he won't get it.
He won't get it.
And if he does, people will just drop belts
out, man.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't like he's not really that type of person to like he did that. Remember, he did that for years trying to get that spot. He ain't doing it again at this age. He's not.
No, nobody's doing that. Imagine if Joshua had to put himself in a mandatory position. No,
Yeah.
he got after that rematch because he knew if he lost that, he had nothing. It is air. It is water for you dumb fucks out there.
We got Ishe Smith.
36. He's 37. He is on the slide. He's not unless you're B-Hop. Unless you're B-Hop.
Well, you know, B-Hop was something else.
And B-Hop had to change to something else because of his you know, the normal stuff. His athleticism, everything was decreasing. So he started boxing.
Kind of cutting out.
I said B-Hop had to change a little bit. He had to switch up because of his age. So
damn, that cough doesn't sound too good. You didn't catch the Rona, did you?
No, I'm fine.
Yeah, I'm sure you are.
But people talk about like there's a
boxing on BT Sport.
There is not.
They did announce it.
What?
BT Sport did announce it. Man, what the heck?
Well, they've announced a lot of stuff. I don't really buy that, but
when will you people learn? This same shit was said like a year ago. Like, I don't care about this announcement today. I'm just making it. Hold on a minute. Ishe Smith's now coming up on my Twitter.
Unrecommend, delete, whatever you can do with those comments from him. And real talk, boxing sounds like he's from Alabama or whatever. He a faggot, like for real. Like he just that one guy who always wants to go against the grain. He probably lives right next to Deontay Wilder somewhere in an outhouse.
Oh, look, Ishe Smith is good friends with Icons now, huh?
Of course.
I would love to confront him.
And he wears a hoodie around his waist.
Do you think Wilder is declining? Yeah, I mean, we answered that already. Luckily, Power.
Yeah. I mean, what?
Luckily, Power is the last thing to go. I mean, yes, it is, but Wilder's a little different. Like, you know, he's explosive, so that speed is going to go first, which means the power for me won't be delivered as well, and that's the sad thing about it.
He turns
for real talk boxing. Yeah, he sounds like he's from the South.
He sounds like he's around that area too. I would probably put money on it that he lives around there, but he's just in his shed going against the grain.
I heard he was from Tuscaloosa.
Well, there you go. If it's true, I mean, he's just out there going against the grain. Like really, he lost.
How do you mean?
So fat as hell. Just want to go against the opposite opinion. Just trying to be something else that he's not.
Oh, dude! Like every channel does that in the U.S.
Right, like Real Talk Boxing Bros, and everybody who does it is usually out of shape.
Yeah, which I find quite weird. I mean, shouldn't they be spending their time, you know, just hitting the bag and going,
wait, fuck cardio, dude. If you want to lose weight, forget about cardio. You don't need to do that to lose a ton of weight. You want to lose weight, you just need to eat less. That's the big deal. That's the first thing. That's the first thing.
Yeah, it is.
Cardio is just extra stress. I don't do any cardio right now. I haven't done cardio in months, dude. I don't do it. I just lift weight.
Continue. Yeah, I don't really do it either as much now.
Even when I get lean, well, I'm sort of lean right now, but like when I get even more lean where my abs are more visible, I do even less cardio. I do less walking around. You hitting the bag and you sweating and you this and that. I see a whole bunch of fat fucks on the treadmill. They look like ass. I don't run at all. I don't jump at all. I don't do anything. I don't need endurance. I have no wind, but I still look better. It doesn't matter. Fuck.
Why don't you tell Tyson Fury that? He clearly looks like, he looks like he's been not eating as much, hey? You think?
He needs a recomp.
He needs to be put in a fucking asylum.
He definitely needs some sort of recomp now.
Truth never Look at this old. You sound like old. Yeah, I don't really care. Like, see, again, I'm getting people coming at me saying, "Oh, you know, this is." I don't care, man. Like, look, the fight ain't happening, and that's it. They're in arbitration.
It's
The
not.
judge is going to be
Not
pissed
let
now.
that go. This is the most important thing in his career. Literally, this is the most important part of his career. And I'm so tired of people saying he can't take a loss. Wilder's been knocked out in the amateurs, an actual knockout. Did you hear him say anything?
No.
No, it was fine. He kept going. So why did they think he can't take a loss now? No, I'm telling you. I'll tell you this. This loss does not feel like whatever. This wasn't even really a loss. He knows how he feels about that knockout in the amateurs. That was something else. Because that was real. He felt that. But this thing right here, he knows it's BS. So why can't somebody just say something is BS for one second and have evidence to prove that it's BS, but they still call him a lie?
You know, Fanon uploaded his video today. He said he thinks Fury's under investigation right now. So
hopefully.
It's an interesting one. Because you know what, dude, when those pictures came out, I'm like, okay, fuck the third fight. He should just be thrown out the sport. And now it's like, well, you know, Wilder should get the third fight and then kick him out. Just get this dude out.
Like it's air, because if he doesn't have it, he will never get anything again.
I'm telling you, they will not let him live it down if he doesn't get this fucking third fight. They won't let him live it down.
Of course not, they won't.
Oh, fuck.
Of course.
I swear, he has to get it. That's why it's like I think this month and next month is crucial.
They've already rewritten it. Look at Klitschko. I don't like Klitschko at all. But this guy, I'm telling you, every time he puts on a smile, but he is so angry every day of his life. He can't believe. No, Klitschko.
Oh.
So angry. Even right now, as we're speaking right now, he's just grimacing at his phone. He can't believe he let that bitch get away. And they've already rewritten it to make it look like Fury dominated him, of all things. They've already rewritten it.
I think Fury got a bit lucky with that rematch, because I think he would have lost the rematch, in my opinion. But point being is he is fucking angry. There's no denying it, man.
Angrier than I am right now. He's probably angrier. He just, every day, he can't stand it.
Yeah. He's like, I don't know how to do an impression of him getting angry, but I think it'd be hilarious, you know. But man, maybe Almat Honor is blocking this fight, man. Maybe, you know, maybe he's involved somehow. Nah, but seriously, like, I'm getting fucking tired of this, man. Like, can we get a fucking decision on like what the outcome is?
And another thing,
I need to know.
Another thing is this, and I'll put this out there for anybody, for all the people who think this way too. I don't care how big of a heavyweight boxing fan you are. I don't care about anything. But there are a lot of people, and we know who they are, who knows what happened in that second fight was BS. But they stay quiet about it. They don't want to talk about it because they care more about their little undisputed. Am I right? Am I right?
Not wrong.
There's a
You're
lot
not wrong at all, man.
I can tell you who they are, and we know who they are. We still watch some of these guys' channels, but they be quiet. They really be quiet about it, because the only thing they don't care about the people. I don't care too much about the boxers to an extent, but there's something bigger than boxing sometimes. It's not about boxing. But for them, it doesn't matter. Fury could have went in there and shot Wilder 2 times and killed him. And if it meant he gets the belt and there's no repercussions, they would be okay with that.
Of course.
Because they just want to see, I don't really want to even see this, man.
I'm just I'm just putting it up for a bit. But it's just for ambience, dude. Like, I'm just putting it there anyway.
Not good ambience. It's not really good ambience.
You don't fucking look right at all, dude. Like, that's your point, Tyrone. He's never looked like that in a fucking fight. Look, he's looking down, for Christ's sake. You know what I mean? Because when I saw that, I'm like, man, and they were closer than when Jack put them to. Remember Jack like spread them out? His fucking jaw must have been hurting or something. Because, I don't know, man. He does that before fights sometimes, but like, dodgy fight, man. Dodgy fight. I mean, man, this shit is ridiculous. I wonder, and that's the thing, right? You question it. Sorry. You question it. Would the third fight look like this?
No, it looked more like the first one.
Because the first fight, in my view, wasn't even fucking close. I thought Wilder just jabbed his fucking body to bits.
I thought it was, to be honest.
All that fucking swelling there, all that redness.
I thought it was close, to be honest.
Oh, then that is your opinion. That is fine.
Closer, because
look, this guy doesn't even have his legs under him, and he's landing the double jab without his legs under him. Like, I don't know, dude. Let's just say the fight did happen, Tyrone, right? Between Joshua and Fury, right? I'm not saying I want it to happen, because I want this one the third time. But let's just say they found a venue. Where do you think they'd do the fight?
I have no idea, man. I couldn't tell you, dude. I honestly could not tell you.
Man. Because remember, they were fucking going on about this back in June last year. Oh, yeah, it's going to happen here. It's like, it clearly is not. It's not happening.
I hope just Bob Arum or something happens really bad to somebody involved in all of this stuff where it just stops the fight.
Maybe Bob will fucking...
I do hope he passes away. That's a definitely...
I'm not gonna say that because... I mean, you can, Tyrone, because Tyrone, you're cold, man.
I do hope so. He passes away because he's a horrible person. And there are horrible people, but like this guy, definitely, he's already lived his life. If he were to go now, it's fine.
How old is he? 90?
90.
I think Don King is 90 as well. Yeah. Oh, there's the dent. I don't know, man. This fight is weird. Like, I mean, I'm gonna turn it off now, but point being is that the first fight looked nothing like that.
No. He knew nothing.
Can they at least own up and say, look, he didn't look right?
I told you Gonzalez would beat him, by the way. Although Estrada got the decision, Gonzalez beat him. Chocolatito.
What the fuck is this recommendation? No. What, Roman Gonzalez?
He beat him, yeah. He beat him.
Yeah, he did beat him.
I told you.
That was a bit hard to watch, man. These little men, I mean, they can't fucking punch to save their life, man.
Because I saw the first fight. I don't know. It's a little triangle with these guys.
Man, they're bums.
Whatever you say.
They are bums, as far as I'm concerned. Hell, I'll beat them in a fucking fight.
I mean, some of them are all right. I don't mind, but it's whatever. See that Luke Campbell thing? I mean, think about guys. He just literally plan A was to go in there and lose, and plan B was to lose harder. I mean, there's just no, if that makes even any sense. I mean, there's no sort of idea or program to say, hey, we want to get in here. We actually want to win this fight and do our jobs like a normal boxer should. He should get out of here because somebody will take that to heart and said, I should really kill this guy because he doesn't, he's going to lay down anyway. IMST. Who's this guy?
Nah, he's cool.
Is it IBT?
No. IMST is cool.
All right. Who is Wilder fighting next? Been so long. He need him to fight. He needs to fight Fury next, dude. He should not step down to fight these other guys because you guys won't give him credit anyway. If he fought, like who? Raise your hand if you'll give him credit if he beats Ruiz. I won't. Nobody else will. Who will?
Like I give him credit, but like I wouldn't be happy with that fight because that fight makes no sense.
No sense.
Makes no sense at all. That's why when people start making videos, oh, well, he should fight Ruiz. So
nobody will give.
What are you basing it on?
All the haters talking about he should fight Ruiz or he should fight Charles Martin will not give him credit if he fought those. So why should he fight those guys to begin with?
That's why they're saying that because they're like trying to put him in that
I would
position.
rather you not fight. I'd rather you not fight anybody than to fight bums. Real talk. Real talk.
Man.
Not non-negotiable.
Hey,
that's gonna be my word. Non-negotiable.
Yeah. You speaking of Luke Campbell, dude, he's a true coward.
He's horrible. He's the mentally weakest. He's one of the mentally weakest people. He's probably the mentally weakest person I've ever seen in a boxing ring. Forget about that Curtis dude who walked out from the Jogba fight. Because I heard that was because of money.
Nah, dude, he was afraid.
Game plan to lose. Game plan is to lose.
Yeah.
That's worse than even some of these journeymen who already have the same game plan. This is a game plan at a top level.
Do you think it's worse than Selden?
Shoot, they're competing with each other, dude.
How the fuck do you turn your back? Let's get to that, okay?
Yeah.
Turn your back in the fight.
Right.
You turn your back in the fight.
Right.
In my eyes, you're a true coward.
Yeah.
Okay? If
Hold on, I'll be right back. I'll be right back.
If what? Yeah.
No, seriously,
man, I'll tell you.
I'll be right back. We'll talk about
it.
I'll just listen in.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Let's see who's turned their back. Who's turned their back in the fucking sport? Vladimir Klitschko turned his back, didn't he? Vlad turned his back. Do you not remember in the chat? Vladimir Klitschko turned his back against Fury. And then he got hit with an uppercut. He's a coward. You see? You can't get away from me. See, I'm that guy, dude. If you do it, I'm going to see it. And if I don't see it, I'll find it on YouTube and I'll be like, oh, yeah, cool. He's a coward. Can't be turning that back, man. Pulev, yeah. Pulev turned his back. Who else? Bring up a list, IMST. Bring up more. Yeah. Pulev turned his back. He's a coward as well. And Joshua still let him back in the fight, man. Still let him back in. Come on, man. Letting him back in the fight. He turned his back and tried a high block. The fight should have been stopped there. He was getting absolutely destroyed in that fight. He was getting killed, man. He had nothing. Yeah, who else has turned their back? I'm trying to think. There's been so many fights, man. Because some guys get on their side and sometimes they'll show their back, but they don't turn their back, if you know what I mean. But there's just some dudes that they will turn their back, you know. No, that was different, though. Floyd did that shit on purpose. Floyd did that on purpose. That was something else. That's an exemption, sort of. You know, I can give an exemption for that because that was his tactic, you know, because he knew McGregor would do that, you know. You know, against the bigger weight division, though, yeah, Floyd probably would turn his back against someone that's bigger than him. He probably would do that. That wouldn't be a surprise to me, you know. I keep thinking that Dillian White turned his back. Actually, hold on, let me bring up a clip. Oh, look, we got Johnny Nelson. No, that's old. Confirmed fight, huh? Yeah, okay. A confirmed fight, apparently. um, man, I'm trying to think of other Huey Fury. Surely he has. Surely Huey Fury has. Oh, hold on. Is this the fight? White is. Why has that got so many dislikes? Hold on, man. Let me just mute myself for a sec. Okay. Yeah. Pop. Man, Dylan was a different fighter back then. He was a different fighter back then. I'll give him that. Man, I gotta show you this picture, man. Or this screenshot. That was the biggest swing and a miss you could ever like see. Literally. Look at Chisora on the ropes. Chisora's looking like damn Floyd. Dillian White makes him look like Floyd Mayweather on the ropes, man. Look at how he swung the whole thing. Oh man, look how he goes through the ropes. Oh man, that's too good. That's too good, man. He went through the whole rope there, man. Boom, Chisora. I'm telling you, if that went for another minute, that fight, Chisora was stopping him if that was another minute. Because really, Chisora won that fight. Let's be honest, he won that fight. It was competitive. It was one of the best fights I've seen. But I mean, come on, dude. Like that goes for another minute. He's out, man. He is gone. And in fact, I want to ask people about Joseph Parker. Yeah. What the heck is going on with Joseph Parker? Because I don't know what's going on with Joseph Parker. That's weird. That's a weird one. Hold on a sec. I gotta check my phone. Oh, man. Okay, just give me a minute here. I'll be back in a minute. Okay. We back. Yeah, that was funny, man. Oh, that was hilarious. That was hilarious. Man. Yeah, I mean, this Fury Joshua talk, it's getting boring now, man. It is getting boring. It really is. I mean, I don't know, man. It's just getting too, like, it's just dragging on. You know? I feel that if that fight didn't happen, in February, maybe we wouldn't even be here. Because you never know. Maybe if Wilder won, we wouldn't be in this situation. Who knows? Maybe the third fight would have happened already. That's the whole thing about him, you know? That's the whole thing about it. Ooh, what is this? No, 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 no. I don't care until there is an official announcement with the venue and the date. Yeah, I mean, I agree. You know? Man. This is something else. I can't remember a time. See, and the thing is, right, people are in a pandemic, so like it's not as if they're it's not as if we're in the clear or anything, you know? Oh man. But yeah, I mean, I don't even know what the heck else to talk about on this stream. I'll be quite honest. That's pretty bad for a content creator, but you know, it is what it is at the end of the day. Yeah, it's just what the heck? No. So yeah, I'm not quite sure. You know, I don't know what the heck is going on, and yeah, you know. Let me just see this. Okay. Yeah, just too much dragging on. You know, they're saying June. It's not happening in June. If you don't have anything announced now, nothing is getting announced. So, as far as I'm concerned, we're getting nothing there. That's for sure. We are getting nothing there. I gotta put this in. Michael Hunter versus Philip Hrgović, so that should be good. I'm looking forward to that one. I think Michael Hunter should win that fight. I feel like he should win that fight. He's very skilled. I like his style as well. Actually, that's what I gotta. Hey Tyrone, Michael Hunter is training with Usman. He's actually training with Kamaru Usman. I'll get you in a sec, Coach Chris. It just says your device is not connected. What do you think about Sterling? Sterling as in which Sterling? There's a lot of Sterlings out there. Man, Kamaru Usman's training with Michael Hunter. That's a good move. That's a really good move.
All right, I'm back. What's up?
Yeah, Michael Hunter's training with Kamaru Usman.
Guess he's trying to help Usman. I don't think Usman brings anything to the table to help him with. So
absolutely, he does.
How can Usman help? Hunter
in the clinch, man. In the clinch.
Well, I mean,
that shit matters because you saw Michael try. You know, he tried to work in there with Alex. He couldn't get off as good. Next time he does, he's going to break Hrgović down.
He kind of got.
He's going to get him. We got our favorite coach in the building. What's up, man?
Mr.
What's going on, man?
Coach Chris, what's up, man? I saw your I forgot what channel it was, but I was scrolling through and I saw some hate. It was like a hate compilation of comments. Like my comment was in there about Wilder Fury. Your comment was in there calling us deluded and stuff.
Oh, that's great.
Turn it off, man. And it goes everywhere. Everywhere I go. I was listening to Joe Rogan versus Derek Lewis. Joe Rogan had Deontay Wilder on it, now talking shit. I just clicked X. Everywhere I go, click X or not recommended. I can't go anywhere without this stuff, man. It's killing me. It's literally killing me.
I mean, I'm telling you right now, what we got here is just we got some kind of, we got some kind of scam, some kind of scheme here. It's all falling apart at the seams. Fury's cracking under pressure. They actually went and said they announced the fight. Like, I just, what? Like, this dude just sat there and said he's not training. Sugar Hill ain't here. Now the fight is happening now. Like, doubling back down on it while he's in legal proceedings for the fight with Wilder. Just absolute sham, travesty. It's crazy, right? So like I emailed a person who has done like I just took a shot, right? And I just was like, hey, this person, they're not a reporter, they're like actually like a college professor. And they've done work on like racism in boxing. And I just emailed this person about it and was like, oh, like what's going on? And they were like, dude, boxing is so shady, so disgusting, just so corrupt that like hasn't even like paid attention to like the fight and like what happened, like doesn't care because like it's a shady ass sport with like funny drug testing and like no rules. And I don't know what it's gonna take to clean up this sport, but I mean, all of a sudden you got reporters that are sitting there acting like Deontay Wilder doesn't deserve a rematch. Like he loses his title.
What's
like,
that all
it's
about?
just like, oh, he lost his title. That's it. Like, fuck it. Yeah, we'll move on. It's like, no, actually you don't get to move on. You have to like rematch the person that you took the title from. And it's just a scam. It's just a big fraud. Like Fury's just a freaking fraud, bro. Like he's never come out last for a freaking title fight. He's never defended a belt. Like he's never won a title and then just been the reigning and defending champ. He's won the fight. He won the belt versus freaking Klitschko, and then he freaking fucks off. He just like failed drug tests, got fat, and I'm guaranteeing you he's pulling the same BS. It's going to be the same shit. He's going to say he's not ready because, of course, he needs 12 tune-ups before any fight, right? He needs tune-ups, right? And, he's got to, freaking just jump out there and, he's drinking again. Like, I thought he had a substance abuse problem. I thought like alcohol was a struggle for him. So he's just like doing ads now. Like he's like shouting out Scotch companies. Like, what a liar. We know why you got fat. We know that your post-use therapy was bad and you got fat. Like, we're not stupid, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, we understand that's what happens, bro. He can't keep this up much longer. And the reality's setting in that he's really going to either have to fight Wilder or vacate the belt. And he's cracking under the pressure. Simple and plain, man. He's cracking under the pressure. That interview that he gave with IFL TV was a train wreck, yo. Like, I'll never fight in England again. But you're from England. What? Oh, yeah, that's right. If you try to get a UK boxing license, they're going to have to look back into that funny boar meat story. Because you failed a drug test and you said that you failed it because you ate uncastrated wild boar.
I'm just so pissed on all the people who switched up. Like, it doesn't even make sense to me. Like,
that's what they do.
And a lot of these guys, Wilder had opened up to let them interview, did all that stuff. If that Indian motherfucker or if any of those Indian motherfuckers come to my house again from the UK trying to interview them, I will shoot them.
Man, I'm telling you, dude, I'm telling you, man, like sometimes, like we all take losses in life and things happen. Like sometimes you just need that reality check. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's tough to blame Wilder for any of this because like he's the victim. He was the victim of a confidence scam, basically. He was conned. It was a con move. But if anything, it was just a little too naive, a little too trusting, a little too nice. Just and that happens to genuine people. When you're a genuine person, you're ripe to be conned, man.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, I can tell you right now, it's a lesson my son has to learn. He's
Yep.
going to definitely have to learn it. Like we like, so he goes to swim, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're in the locker room after a swim class, and I'm helping him change and stuff. And there was another little boy in there that was maybe a year and a half, 2 years older than my son.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not quite all there, maybe a little developmental something there. I'm not going to say on the spectrum or anything like that, but just maybe not maybe socially really adept, like didn't really talk much and all that kind of stuff. But my son be like talking to everybody. My son's like, hey, hello, just waved at him. And the little boy didn't say nothing. Now, I don't think the little boy was old enough to know that, like, hey, grown people in locker rooms when we're changing clothes, we don't really talk unless we know each other. Like, I don't talk to another guy when he's naked. But they weren't naked. They were both, like, in their swimming trunks. And my son just walks in and goes, hey, what's up? And the boy didn't say nothing. He just looked at him and then, like, just looked down. And my son was, like, taken aback, like, yo, he didn't say hi back, man. And I was like, yeah, son, everybody's not going to be nice, man. Everyone's not going to have good manners. What matters most is that you have good manners, but understand that everyone's not going to be nice. Everyone's not going to have great manners. Like, because he usually, like, there's a woman on my street that walks her dog, and he made her talk. Like, he would just speak every time he saw her until she started talking. You know what I'm saying? Like, he just wasn't going for it. But he'll learn that lesson down the road that people are assholes. People are mean. People lie. People say one thing and do another. People aren't who they say they are. And, he learned the hard way. But the thing is, it's boxing, and, apparently your paperwork was right. You got your contract together. So, you'll get back where you need to go. But it's just, it's a tough deal, man. Like, to lose like this. So,
and the thing is, he has actually lost. He has actually lost in the amateurs and was even knocked out. And do you hear him say anything about that stuff, really? Why are people making it out like it's a guy who's never lost, who can't take a loss? This is not taking a loss. This is a scam. This is a con, like you're saying, Chris. It's BS. Anybody who has their eyes put on straight, their head on straight, could see this BS from a mile away, even watching the fight. Multiple decafs have came up to me and said something looks seriously off with Wilder. I can get numbers of decafs who don't even watch boxing. Right. I know a decaf right next to me was watching it, right next to me. Saw it in the fight, and he said this. He said, why does Wilder's eyes look like they're bugging out of his head? And I looked closer. I said, he does look like that, like a deer in bad light. Why does he look so weird? He's not moving right.
Yeah, man.
If decaf can see that, why can't the media see that? They can, but they just want to cover up the narrative. I'm tired of this BS argument. He beat the brakes off of him. He did this to him. He couldn't do shit. I'd put today.
It's all agenda. It's all agenda. Remember, they want this. They showed their hand and see. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20. But Wilder should have had the antennas on when that UFC game came out and he wasn't in it. That should have been like, hold on a second. Why am I in this UFC game?
Right.
Why are these two motherfuckers in the game? Like, I'm not better than both of them. Like, they're both not scared of me. And it's an agenda. They do not want him. Look, they got a club. His black ass ain't in it. And it's as simple as that. Yeah. It's as simple as that. He's on the outside of the cool kids club. He don't sit at the cool table. He sits at his own table, and then they hate on him for having his own table. So, that's why the premise is, Fury knocked him out. Fury didn't knock him out. The fight was stopped. It was a TKO. The ref threw in the towel. He did not. He was on his feet but the narrative and what people say is Fury knocked him out when he didn't knock him out. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a complete narrative they're trying to push because for some reason it seems like everyone in boxing wants this fight to happen, and it doesn't even really make sense why. Neither of those guys are better than Lennox Lewis. Neither of those guys are better than Holyfield.
Right.
Neither of those guys are better than, honestly speaking, neither one of those guys are better than Vladimir Klitschko in his prime.
The fight is a non-starter for me. It does not get me out of my seat. It's not like some other. It's not like Spence Crawford. Hey man, we really need to see that. Even if it was Wilder Joshua, I'm not too
We don't know.
I know in a fair fight, Wilder would beat Joshua.
I'm telling you right now,
You know what I mean?
there's something to all of this, man. There's a reason behind all of this, and usually it has something to do with a whole lot of greenbacks. You know what I'm saying? Who knows if ESPN can even pay their share to put on this event without the AJ Fury fight? I'm just wondering where the AJ Fury fight money is coming from, right? Because everyone's telling me about these shady site fees, and you know, they don't even really want it. They can't, they're not going to have a lot of fans, and they're going to have it in one of these, these Muslim countries where you can't drink alcohol and there's a pandemic going on. It just seems really odd that we're just going to, okay, well, fuck Wilder's rematch. The fact that he was, and I mean, we can say, oh, these writers, it should, like, Wilder's American. We know that's BS, right? Wilder's black, so that changes the narrative completely.
American fighters have it the hardest. I don't care what anybody says. They talk about we have the best fighters. We do have the best fighters, mostly because they have the hardest time getting up. Any fighter wants to do good here, they gotta run through so many obstacles. Nobody will peg you up. Nobody will give you a leg up. You have to go through it always the hard way, and it's only literally, I'd probably say, less than 5% of our potential. Because nobody even fucks with boxing here.
Yeah, man, nobody boxes. Nobody boxing. I can tell you one person ain't boxing. My goddamn kid.
I can prove it. I can prove it too.
I can promise you right now that my son will never box. Like, seriously, I'm not gonna let that. Like, you can play whatever you want, bro, but you're not doing that. Because I'm not trying to watch out for motherfuckers and make sure y'all don't injure my son in a damn amateur fight that don't even really mean shit at the end of the day, just so whatever. And I'm not, it's just a complete joke. You know, they're just tired. They're tired of Americans just beating the shit out of everybody. So they don't want that narrative to be the case. And Deontay Wilder being an outspoken person, they don't want him to be the unified heavyweight champ. They don't want to pay, like, everyone could sit there and talk about, like Eddie Hearn, when he would always talk about how much money Wilder made. There's two sides to that, right? Because he's making fun of how much Wilder's making, which he doesn't have any idea how much. But two, it ain't like he's trying to see him make that money neither. Like, a lot of people don't want to see you make any money unless they got their hand in your pocket getting their cut. And like, a lot of these promoters seem like pimps to me, for real. Like, they're manipulators, they're liars. No type of moral compass, no type of moral code, and just you know, it's like Eddie Hearn doesn't want to see Wilder make any money unless he's got his hand in it getting a cut. If he's not getting a piece of Deontay Wilder making money, he doesn't want to see Deontay Wilder make any money at all. And like, it's like, and I don't know what's in him to make him feel that way. I don't know if it's racism, could be a little bit of that. I don't know if it's just he's a hater, could be some of that. Could be because he's mad because he wants to promote Deontay Wilder. But a lot of people are really upset at certain people making a lot of money, and that's always been the case. You know, with that's the Black American experience. You know, like, half of the Black American experience that's negative just revolves around motherfuckers minding our business. Like half of it, like if motherfuckers just minded their fucking business, like it would be a whole lot better. Like, how many motherfuckers have had the cops called on them for nothing, or you got your barbecue Becky's, and you know what I mean, like, you know, the woman that called the cops on the girl selling lemonade. Like, just stay out of motherfuckers' business. Like, you know, it's really crazy, and it's a really weird narrative. But we'll just see, because I mean, looking at it from the outside, not knowing nothing, it looks like it's falling apart at the seams. It looks like Fury's cracking under the pressure. Looks like he's not going to fight any damn body. Looks like it's going to be AJ versus, I guess, Usyk, and it's going to be Wilder versus Andy Ruiz for the vacant WBC title, because Fury's not fighting Wilder anymore. He's not. I mean, for him to actually, I don't understand it. Like, the thing that's crazy is, so that fight would have been on pay-per-view, right? Wilder versus Fury. And I mean, we've had Spence Garcia on pay-per-view. We had the Charlo doubleheader on pay-per-view. If there's one fight that Americans would have paid for on pay-per-view, it's the goddamn Fury Wilder trilogy fight. And especially with Wilder thinking and Wilder's fans thinking that Fury cheated, it's a revenge story that's almost too sweet to happen. It's like the second half of Rocky 3. It's amazing. So I just it has to be somebody not wanting to fight, and that somebody is Tyson Fury. And I don't think he's going to fight anybody. I think he's going to run away. I think he's done. I think that fight is going to be the last time we're going to see him in a major event. You know, because it looked ridiculous. They just need to. They haven't really moved their marketing into like the 22nd century, whatever we're in. Because why are you going to announce a fight that's not going to happen? It's not happening. It's not happening. You can't just take the man's title and then just say, yeah, the rematch clause is void because I don't want to do it. Like, if that's the case, then boxing's not a sport. Boxing's made up.
For real.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if there's no rules, then I mean, I don't get it. I mean, like, you're gonna rush to have these two British motherfuckers fighting in the Middle East. I just don't get it. Like, how is that fight not in England?
Because he's gonna get banned for fucking 8 years. That's why.
Oh yeah, I forgot. It's a drug cheat. So it's just like this Fury guy. He's like. I mean, because we know Eddie Hearn will lie until the last minute, man. Like, Eddie Hearn will announce fights and have press conferences with one fighter there. Like, Eddie Hearn don't care. You see, AJ ain't said shit.
No, see, him and his management ain't say shit. Fucking Frank Warren hasn't even said shit. You know?
Yeah, man, Frank Warren's probably the one in court because Frank Warren is his promoter. Bob Arum just bought into the deal. Like, Bob Arum just invested his money and came into the plan. But the original contract.
Pass away. Please, Bob Arum. Please pass away. Please.
You know, Ty, man, we not the ones that wish for people to pass away.
I do.
But, I mean, if the Lord called Bob, I mean, that's the thing that drives me crazy, right? How the fuck Marvin Hagler passes away, but this cocksucker's still alive? Like, is he drinking children's blood to stay alive? Like,
well,
how much longer is this piece of shit gonna be alive?
Well, David Rockefeller, before he passed, he had 6 or 7 heart transplants.
Oh my God.
And you know how he was getting those hearts. You know, people were just dying, and, well, people with the same blood type near him conveniently were dying. You know, people around a young age with the same blood type near him were conveniently dying from car accidents.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous, man. Like, you know what, man? Like, it's just
fraudulent.
It's just fake. It's just like, what in the hell is going on? Like that IFL interview last week, and then Bob Arum like telling these fans to go fuck themselves. Like, what? Oh wow, get a life.
Knock him out for that. How come he gets to say all of this stuff and nobody touches? Somebody put hands on this dude. Real talk.
Wilder's gonna put some fucking hands on him if he gets him in the ring. I'll tell you that. He's gonna fuck him up.
Fury will never fight Deontay Wilder. I don't think he wants to be in the same room with him. I think he's deathly afraid. I think he's afraid to look him in his eyes because he knows he's wrong. And I think he thinks if he gets in that ring, because the last 2 times Wilder was in the ring with somebody he was mad at, they didn't make it out of the first round. And he was mad at those guys for talking shit. He wasn't mad at those guys for freaking trying to kill him. So I don't see any way that Tyson Fury, if you're scared enough to get into the ring with loaded gloves, you're not going to get into the fight with somebody that knows you did that in the last fight and you can't do it again. He won't do it.
Everything they say about Fury, they always talk about it. All these dick riders. Oh, look how he got up off this knockdown. How is that supposed to be a highlight? He was out.
I tell you what, he's paying for that right now. I don't care what nobody say, bro. Him getting up and getting hit in the head continually after that fight, because he still took a couple more wicked shots. He's gonna pay for that down the road, bro. Like as far as like the damage and the accumulation of damage, because I mean, you get damage in boxing, you get boxing, in the ring and the sparring. You're taking damage this whole time, getting hit upside the head. You know what I'm saying? And he's gonna pay for that. It might have been better for him to lose that fight and never fight Wilder again, because as far as quality of life,
if I was the referee in that ring, it would just change so much stuff, man. To have him finally take an honest loss that was deserved, Fury, it would change a lot of things. I think Fury might retire. I don't think Fury would go on, and Wilder would go on and do what he needed to do, how it was supposed to be. Let me talk about this comment right here. GTR, let me tell you this right now. That will not happen after Undisputed. If something does not force this guy into physically making this fight, he will never get the rematch. He will never get it.
I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you this, GTR, and we can bet 100 right now.
Today,
Tyson Fury will never fight Deontay Wilder again. Never. He will never share a ring. Maybe 20 years from now, if they're giving an interview in a ring, kind of like how Sugar Ray Leonard had to freaking finally confront Hands of Stone over the No Mas thing. But Tyson Fury's not going to fight Deontay Wilder again. There's no way. He's just scared of him. He's scared to death. And I don't care what nobody say. Fury ain't that goddamn good, bro.
He's not good at all.
You're not
even in the first
the same after fighting Deontay Wilder, bro. Like
even when the first fight was made, I was not big on it. I thought Fury was no comp. He's still
losing. I thought Fury lost 8 of the 12 rounds.
He's still no comp.
The only rounds I give Fury credit for actually winning, he definitely won 7, and he definitely won 10 after the first knockdown, and that showed me something. But I mean, to get in that ring the second fight and cheat the way he did, nah, man, you're not the man you're saying. You're not.
Let me just address this comment. Yeah.
No. Wow.
Didn't Iron Mike find a way out by biting someone's fucking ear off? Hasn't he fucking quit in some of these fights? Wilder ain't no scary man. Clearly is.
Out, man.
Fury is scared.
I don't even care about that guy. What just annoys me is this guys who don't watch boxing.
He must not watch a lot of boxing.
He said after Undisputed Wilder Fury 3 will happen. You know it won't. You know it will never happen. You don't think Klitschko thought his rematch would never happen? He never got it. And just as I'm sitting here today, Klitschko is still angry about that. He'll never get over it.
Yeah, he got conned, man. He thought he had something to fear. He got flinched to death.
McDermott, all these guys, Cunningham, I'm telling you, they can't stand it.
Yeah, man, freaking
It's
what I'm saying?
Aura. It's A-U-R-A, you dumb fuck.
Aurora.
He said Aurora.
Oh, man.
Aurora. Hey, man, I'm telling you the truth here, GTR. I mean, GTR, you sound Black Star. My G, I emailed you. Email me your new email, bro. Black Star, please.
Salute SSB 28. Salute. I've got. He said Aurora, like the guy at the course. I watch boxing, Tyrone. You probably watched boxing probably the last 2 weeks or something like that. Why do you believe in what Fury said? I'm gonna tell you this, and I'll repeat it again. I never said Fury was a good fight the first time. It was all that was out there.
I didn't think Wilder Fury 1 was a bad fight. I just thought that Wilder won the fight. I don't know how you could see a draw. I mean, I guess if you were looking hard for Fury, you could see a draw. I just never got the Fury fans in the public saying that Fury
I
won the
thought
fight.
Fury was knocked out for me, man.
How did he win the fight? Getting dropped twice and running the whole fight.
Fury was knocked out for me, man. Was knocked out.
Knocked the
Knocked out.
fuck out. Knocked
Yeah,
the
that-
absolute. The ref had to fucking count and fucking stutter his.
Had to wake
his
him up.
counting.
Had to wake him up,
He's like,
help him up.
8, 9. He could have said 10.
9.
He actually could have said it, but he didn't.
Yeah, he should have stopped that fight, man. Fury could have died in that ring. Like he could have gotten a brain bleed. Like it could have been bad. You're not supposed to get knocked unconscious and continue fighting. That's like so like you're playing football and you get knocked out during a football game. You get a concussion, but you get up and you're like, hey, I'm fine now. It's like, oh, all right, he's good. Put his helmet back on. Let's play. Like, no, you're done.
No.
You're done. You're done for the day. I mean, it's not so that we can say, oh, our guy won. It's so that we can be like, oh, good. He's not going to die in the ring. Because if that would have happened around earlier and Wilder wasn't so tired, I don't know. And like looking at Brazil after his fight with Wilder, I think Fury's kind of holding on here. I don't think Fury can beat AJ or Wilder fairly. And I don't know, man. I don't know how he's gonna. I don't think he's not gonna fight him. He's not gonna do it. It's not gonna happen. You know what I mean? He's to be that scared and to be in the damn dressing room in the back, and you're just like, oh yeah, we got these gloves. Yeah, he ain't gonna know what hit him with these gloves on. They thinking they slick. Yeah, we're gonna fuck him up. Blah blah blah. You're actually that scared that you have to do that. You're gonna be like, wow, you're a grown ass man and a professional boxer, and you're gonna go and look in the mirror and be like, I have to cheat my ass off to keep this man from knocking my head off my shoulders. But you're gonna fight that guy now that he knows you did that, and you got to fight fair. Nah, yo, he's not fighting Wilder ever again, bro. He's not. They're just, I'm telling you, the holdup with this right now is probably over money and probably over what's going to happen with the belt. But you cannot force Tyson Fury to get into a ring with him. He's not going to get in a ring with him. He's petrified. We saw what Wilder did to Brazil. We saw what Wilder did to Bermane Stiverne. We saw this with our own vision. We know what's about to happen, man. Wilder's going to go in this ring and he's going to try to kill this man. Like, murderize him, yo. Like it's not going to be funny. Like, it's going to be like, dang. Like, after the fight, motherfuckers going to be like, damn, man, I knew he was going to beat him, but I didn't want to see that motherfucker get carted, stretched out. He's going to be hurt. If he gets in there, and if he does get in the ring with him, if the slim chance does happen, the moment Wilder touches him, he's going to jump on the ground and not get up. He's a complete coward.
GT, why are you here, bro? Like, why? What are you here? First of all, you didn't know how to spell aura. Then you come on here talking about how the Wilder Fury 3 will happen after Undisputed. So you don't even know Wilder's age, and you don't know Fury's history. Number 1 and 2, and number 3, you're talking about what Coach Chris says. That's his opinion. Go to somewhere else where you have your own opinion. Start your own channel, man. Get up out of here, bro. Like, we don't need you here.
Hey, man, and I don't dislike boxers, yo. First of all, I fucked with Baby Joe Messi heavy when he came out, yo. Okay? Remember ESPN, Friday Night Fights, Baby Joe Messi?
Oh, yeah, the one who fought, who did he fight? Not Chris Bird, wasn't it? Did he fight Chris Bird?
Yeah, he fought Chris Bird. It wasn't the best look.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, Chris Bird could embarrass you, man, because he's in such great shape all the time, man. But nah, man, like, it's always just, it's so funny, like, for the racists and the race fans, because it's like I'm talking about Fury, and the first thing they think is, oh, he hates white boxers. It's just like, well, I'm not. He just happens to be white to me. It's not about his race. Like, I don't like. Why would I like GTR, man? Like, I mean, do you watch sports on television? Like,
No.
black people decent at sports.
No. They're still by the same talking points that we have.
It's crazy.
They still use the same talking points. They know nothing about this country whatsoever. Just as we don't know too much about theirs, but we know more about theirs than they do about us. If somebody comes out and says that we actually watch boxing here and America's so big in boxing, they're living on Mars. They have no idea what's going on. They're completely ignorant. And I'll prove it to you how we don't watch any boxing here. When Marvin Hagler died, you see what the Twitter posts were and where those people who posted were from. They were all from the UK. People do not watch boxing in this country. People who are boxers here are behind the 8 ball from the jump. From the jump.
Yeah, man.
They always have a hard time, and they have to work hard to get to where they are. We don't have a system to support them. We have nothing.
Marvin Hagler is probably one of the top, as far as middleweights go.
Top 10.
Middleweight of all time. Definitely top 10. I'm trying to think of, I mean, you got him, you got Bernard Hopkins.
Carlos
Monzon.
You got a whole bunch.
But it's from like the 60s on.
I'm trying to find like actual middleweight. So hold up, I'm gonna get BoxRec to jog my memory here. A site that you might not know of, GT.
I mean, my man Marvin Hagler was a goer, and he passed away, and like it's not even like a big deal, you know. But you got Kobe Bryant, and you got the Kobe murals every 5 seconds.
Right,
I'm not saying Kobe doesn't deserve it or anything, but Marvin Hagler in the 80s, late 70s, 80s boxing, he was the man. You know, I mean, now the heavyweights are always going to get more attention, but you know, he was in the golden era of boxing when boxing was still kind of boxing. You know, now boxing's kind of corny now, champ. Like soccer's actually getting bigger than boxing in the US for real, bro. Like boxing, all this foolishness, the drug tests and these fights not happening. A lot of fans have left the sport. That Mayweather Pacquiao thing, it might have made a lot of money, but it damaged boxing forever, bro. I mean, that was just ridiculous. That fight not happening.
I saw that as the final nail in the
It made boxing look stupid. It made, like, you know, there's been things that have definitely hit boxing hard, like Muhammad Ali's post-fight, you know, how he looked and how he was around post-boxing career. That scared the shit out of people. Like that affected boxing irreparably. Mike Tyson getting sent to prison. Riddick Bowe and Lennox Lewis not fighting. Sugar Ray Leonard taking 5 years to fight Marvin Hagler. Mike Tyson not fighting George Foreman. Tyson and Lewis not fighting until 2002. Mike Tyson biting Evander Holyfield's ear. You know, there's more bullshit that you can talk about with boxing in a lot of cases than like good things and good memories and good fights from the casual fan perspective. Because it's like, it's almost like I got buddies that own bars, man, and it's like, hey man, you gonna have this fight on for pay-per-views? Like, ain't nobody coming to watch that shit.
First they say what?
Hey, who's fighting? Who's fighting? You don't even know. They're like, who's fighting?
I don't know. People don't watch in this country. I don't know how to express this enough, man. I even talk to Laws about this stuff, and Laws doesn't quite understand to the extent how people really don't mess with boxing here whatsoever.
Like you got, like, here's the thing that's funny, right? Here's the thing that's so crazy, Ty, right? So they fucking are sitting here and they think they're gonna blow the whole sports world open. Oh, Fury's gonna fight AJ. The fight's been announced. You know what America's talking about? The fucking NCAA tournament bracket.
Yeah.
That's all everybody cares about. That's all everyone cares about. We got the NCAA
tournament. Talking about how the Knicks are probably gonna hopefully find the playoffs after 7 years.
Yeah. The NFL draft. Who's going to
NFL draft? Oh yeah, that's April 30th, 29.
And that's what people care about. If you think anyone in America gives a flying fuck about fucking Fury and AJ,
no,
those are probably the two least played with characters on that game. I fights with those. Like, nobody cares.
They didn't know they were on the game. They really thought they had to go back and check the UFC roster to make sure they didn't sign any new heavyweights.
Tyson Fury fought in Vegas and sold like 400 tickets.
Yep. and they had to give 3,000 of them for free, and only half of those 3,000 people even showed up.
And they were freaking in there because they said, "Hey, there's a drawing for a free car."
They couldn't bring. They
Nobody
literally said they were
cared. Nobody cared. Like, dude, nobody cared. They didn't care. They don't. It doesn't move the needle. Wilder moves the fucking needle, but they don't want him to be the guy to move the needle.
no.
So they're going to do everything they can to not make him be the guy to move the needle. Like, boxing has got this weird prehistoric thing going on. And I mean, the sport is shrinking. Like, look, that's fine. Pay Canelo a lot of money. Pay Triple G. Pay Wilder. Pay Spence. Pay these guys. You know what? All these other guys, they're not getting paid that much. And they're getting less and less opportunities to fight.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care what nobody's saying. After this pandemic, we're going to have some promotional companies sink. They're going to go under. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe they need to go under to start anew, but I don't know how much they'll work through enough.
Finished, bro. Top Rank is finished on the
Yeah, I
base.
need Top Rank to go down badly.
Top Rank is done.
Top,
Golden Spoon is done.
Yeah.
It's going to be the PBC. It's going to be like UFC. You know what's funny?
they're the only ones bringing it to free channels. I can walk into the Y or wherever I go and see a fight on Fox Sports, right? ESPN isn't really everybody has not everybody. I don't have ESPN in my house. I have the free channels in my house, the 6 or 7 channels, because I don't watch TV like that. But I mean, Top Rank is going to go. PBC is going to be there because that is the biggest stable, and that's what's going to continue. But I do ask, like, or when decaps come to me and say, "Well, should I get into fighting or should I get into watching boxing?" Say no. Boxing is a joke. You'll just be frustrated and in pain every day, like all of us.
Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous. It's a filthy, filthy sport. And until they actually open things up and start doing things the right way, they're just going to be I mean, like, boxing is behind soccer. There are probably more people watching soccer on MSN, NBC Sports than watching boxing right now. Nobody look, if it's not going to be real, if it's going to be fixed and bullshit, everybody going to watch that. Everybody watching that. You know, the NBA had so much work to do after the whole referee scandal. It's a sad thing, man. It's a sad thing. I'm telling you right now, man. And Fury ain't getting in the ring with yo. It's not happening. Fury. I think Fury might be done. I think he's done, man. I mean, he doesn't seem to be in love with the sport, and it seems like he has to get himself geared up and cheat and take PEDs to freaking compete and cheat and tune up fights and shaky gloves, and we're gonna corrupt and get people inside your camp. And if you got to do all that, you're not that fucking good, bro. Like, flat like that. Like, Fury and AJ, we already know AJ ain't that good. He's improving a little bit here, but he's not that good. Wilder's the talent, but they don't like Wilder, so it is what it is. It's just crazy. Fury gives that crazy interview. Bob Arum gives a crazy interview, and then it's like, oh yeah, fight's announced. It's pretty funny, actually. It's pretty crazy, like, pretty crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm leaning towards that he won't fight him again. There's just something that tells me that he's gonna just retire and be like, oh, I've completed everything and I've held every belt in the sport, so there's nothing left to prove.
Yeah, he's not. Let me tell you something. He's gonna find a way out. He's gonna talk about, he'll talk about his talk about his drugs, and he'll talk about this and that and the third, but he's not gonna.
He's a fraud.
He's not gonna fight, dude. He's not.
Fraud.
Scam.
He definitely is a fraud. 100%. Poor old Luke, eh? I said, man, this should have just been done in 2013, this fight. I think it should have been done then. Just, the two young bulls, the two up-and-comers just trying to establish themselves. One can separate himself from the other. and that can be it, you know. And this is why I was skeptical of them not taking the rematch straight away when Fury ran off the top rank, because I'm like, okay, well, clearly this whole fucking time he's been preparing to win a certain way. That's why the rematch didn't happen straight away.
They should have got after it immediately.
He went after it immediately. You can't, at the end of the day, you can't force someone to fight. He pissed off to top rank. So no matter how hard he tried, he's a runner, man. He's a runner. How's Eddie Hearn? Eddie Hearn wants to go to Bahrain, huh? Yeah, what, to get your head cut off? Huh?
Did he say Bahrain? Who's going to Bahrain?
He mentioned Bahrain. That's what Hearn said. And that Daniel guy, whatever his name is. Oh man, this is some bullshit, man. Seriously, I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe I'm gonna have to take a step back, you know, from this sport, you know, because it's a fucking mess. It really is. Like I don't get it. I don't get it at all.
It's pretty pathetic, bro. Like it's pretty goddamn pathetic. It's borderline, like makes you want to puke, bro. Like I just I can't. I can't. It makes you just sit there and look and go, what the fuck are we doing here? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's the thing, man. Like,
I'm just, every time I see it, I can't even get away from it, even if I tried. Everything I listen to or hear or whatever is somebody talking shit, like just saying, "Oh, he's making 1,000 excuses," but when he's in front of you, "Oh, you're a good fighter. You're this. You're that." Just, man, let me get in that camp. You don't even have to pay me. Pay me $1, $2.
I would like for Coach Chris to be in the fucking locker room when Fury's getting his wraps and gloves done. And Coach Chris is just going to be towering above the fucking commissioners and the teams and everything. And he's going to be like, you will not put loaded gloves on.
Nah, I don't want to be in there. They need some old boxing OG in there, dog. They'll slick me. Nah, man, if they got it past Jay Diaz has seen way more boxing than me. I don't want that responsibility. Let somebody else be the guy to watch, and then I'll be the guy with him.
I want him in his corner.
Yeah, I'll be with
there in his corner.
I want like
in his corner.
Yeah, I want freaking like Joe Goosen or something in the ring, or freaking Lennox Lewis or somebody. I need somebody that's looked at, because let me tell you, they pulled some slick ass shit. I don't know. We don't know if them gloves were cut off, because I always wondered that with boxing. Like, you're freaking taped up and in the ring, and you sitting there before the fight all gloved up. What if you got to piss? Then what? Somebody whips it out for you? Like, what happens? Don't tell. I mean, Fury,
he had to take a dump.
Fury, yeah. What if you got to take a shit? Then what?
Yeah.
You know, you're going to call the commission back to come in. So what? Then you're going to have Wilder's team come back in to watch you get rewrapped and retaped. It's all kind of funny ass shit going on here, bro. All kind of funny things, all kinds of BS happening. You know what I'm saying? So, look, we're not retarded. We've all seen Wilder fight, and we've all seen Fury fight, and that fight made about as much sense as the fucking. It didn't make any goddamn sense. None. Right? So, you know, we know what happened. You know, we've seen Wilder fight. We know he doesn't sit there and throw punches that can't hurt you, and something was obviously very wrong. So, and all these people that are just all undisputed, blah blah blah. These are just people that know what will happen if Fury ever gets into the ring with Wilder in a fair fight. He's going to get killed. He's going to get killed. I mean, he's gonna get hurt bad too, man. Like it's gonna be bad.
If they fight again, either Wilder's gonna knock him out just cold quickly, or Wilder's gonna do what Lewis did to McCall in their rematch.
I think once he touches him, he'll jump on the ground and lay there and then get up and leave. I think Fury, he has no appetite to be completely embarrassed in the ring. And, because if he did, he'd fight fair. You know what I'm saying? But obviously,
you think he'll turn his back?
Maybe. I mean, think about this guy, how much
head and he drops.
How much of a sore loser he is. We always talk about Wilder. Let's look at how much of a sore loser Tyson Fury is. Tyson Fury lost to David Price in amateurs and still can't get over it.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you right now, man, to freaking take all them PEDs and load gloves, you got to be a real unconfident motherfucker to do that type of shit, bro.
Watch that.
You got to really not believe you can do it if you got to freaking take all that BS and load your gloves and drug the guy and have a relationship with his trainer that he doesn't know about. Like, it's just, you doing all of that and you doing all that just to get in the ring with him. You got to be scared, man.
Oh, don't worry, dude. If he takes a good one to the temple, he'll probably turn his back and put his glove on his head and do what Daniel Dubois did, sort of, and just look up at the ref. He'll probably do that sort of shit. He'll probably fucking walk around and not know what to do. There's no. You played your card. You played your cards now.
I'm telling you, the worst thing in the world happened to him. Watch it. The worst thing in the world happened. That dang, he could have just did it again. Wouldn't have even known. But the pandemic happened and no more boxing happened. And we got a chance to look at that fight over and over and over again. And now we know what's happened. I mean, look at Pulev there with Taj Pick just turning his back on it. Like, these guys are just ridiculous, man.
Man, this is some bullshit. This is some bullshit. I'm telling you, man. Like, we got people making videos saying it's signed, it's happening. No, it's not. Where's the fucking venue then? In Haiti, or is it in Greenland or something? Huh? Where's the fight happening? Huh? Tell us where. If you can tell me where the fight is happening, cool. I'm all for that. Not really, because I'm all about Wilder getting his fucking third fight.
It ain't happening, bro. It ain't happening. There's no way it's happening. Look, Fury, they can't do it. How you gonna fight him when you got a contract? You can't just void it out. Like, I love how they've been pretending this whole time that the only thing holding up holding up Fury and AJ is the contracts have to get signed back and forth. Like, it's like 1912. Like, they gotta mail it to them by the Pony Express. Like there's no such thing as like PDFs and email and scans. Like, come on. Dude. Like, it's pretty remarkable. What's this here Michael Johnson's talking about? If people know not to use PEDs. What other rules?
That was good. Watch that to see Price having his hand raised and Fury look down and shame. Nice.
Man.
And Fury he's just the scum of the earth, man. Like, I have no respect for him at all. I mean, when I say no respect, I mean no respect, dude. I don't rate him at all. I don't think he's I wouldn't put him up with any of these guys. I don't think he's better than Joe Joyce. I don't think he's better than AJ Wilder. I don't think he's better than any of them. In fact,
it's just completely overrated. This guy,
he's a complete fake, man. It's BS.
Did you hear what he said about Ortiz? He was asked by BWTM Sports, like, What about Luis Ortiz? He's like, not really. He goes, he's horrible to fight. Like he fucking openly admitted
Yeah, I
that
remember.
he didn't want to fight Ortiz. Scaredy cat.
Yeah,
A real scaredy cat. Hey, have you heard about Parker, Coach Chris?
what do you get? He fires his coach.
No.
Well, that happened too, but
Oh yeah, that did happen.
And
Oh, do you know who he's with now? Coach Chris. He's with Andy Lee.
Wow.
Someone from Kronk that works with Fury, huh?
Oh, he's gonna learn to cheat. Great.
Yeah. Now he can learn that.
Emmanuel
No?
Stewart turning over in his grave right now.
apparently he's been moving drugs for years.
Yeah. What does it say here? It says
Meth.
allegedly linked to international meth operation.
Yeah.
Who?
Joseph
Joseph
Parker.
Parker.
That's why he's always quiet.
He's just taking his money and just flipping it, huh?
Yep.
He said the allegations are so sad. Did you do it or not? Yes or no?
Why did he fight to keep his name out for 2 years, apparently?
Why can't these people just come out and say, no, I didn't do it? Because if you didn't do it, you didn't do it. I don't get this shit. Man, there's no one moral in this sport, is there? But it's a legend, so I'm not going to go by it, you know? Man, Loz will be pissed, won't he? Does Loz know? I don't think he knows.
Oh, no. I don't care about Undisputed in this division. I really don't. It means nothing.
No, it does mean something.
Like what?
I mean, you have proven yourself to, you know, be that guy.
Out of.
You cut out.
I said out of.
Out of everyone there in that freaking division.
So
That's why you got people like Tony Yoka coming up, still trying to skimp by every test because he needs to be thrown out as well.
no, Undisputed in this holds no weight right now.
Well, you know,
None whatsoever.
at the end of the day, Tyrone, I just want to see people fight.
No, I want to see the best.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean.
I want to see the best fight, not the best of the worst.
Oh, come on. You want to see the best of the worst.
No, I don't.
I'm kidding, man.
You're telling me Joshua versus Fury is on the same level technically and skillfully as something like Crawford Spence?
No, I never said
Not
that.
even in the same league. I know you aren't saying that, but some people are. It's not even in the same league.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like, what the hell are they on about? You know? Like, see, yeah, man.
Chocolate
some-
was a better fighter than Tyson Fury.
Well, yeah.
Estrada, Ioka is way better skillfully than Joshua or Fury. And those are the midgets. Tank is way better. Gary Russell. You can go on and on and on.
The freaking damn ribcage, the damn midget weights, eh?
Even the midget weights are better fighters than Fury and Joshua.
Oh, have you seen that
Yeah, Joe
Daniel Dubois interview
No,
lately?
no. I don't watch any UK channels, dude. They've all
Dude,
been unrecommended.
He looks like he's in a hostage situation in that interview.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, that was pretty funny.
Oh God, man, that was so awkward. Remember when he was talking about fighting Wilder? Okay.
It's like I'm really not even missing out on it, and I'm not even gonna look for it after either because I don't want to have re-recommended my list. Wilder's delusional. Wilder's talking stuff. All people from a country, 4,000 miles from
You
Alabama.
know the guy that manages Joyce, Sam Jones?
Not interested.
He's a fucking shit manager, and he couldn't even get a fucking deal done with Usyk, and he talks a lot of shit. See, he needs to be thrown out as well. There's a lot of people that need to be thrown out of this.
Ryan
sport.
Jennings put him in his place, though.
Yeah, but Brian didn't back it up in the ring, did he?
Hey, but he still called him sidecar.
Nah, true. But I would have rather Jennings actually done the shit in the ring, because he's disappointed me a bit. Really, he really could have beat Joyce, dude. Really, he could have stuck and moved that fight and made it a ball fest and got a decision, but he did, and he even hurt Joe.
Yeah, he hurt him to the body, and then Joyce was like, "Oof, ugh."
I gotta put this clip up, dude, of Dillian White. I find it so funny. Let me find it. So they got 28 days, to find a venue. Okay, sure.
Yeah, sure. I'm just amazed at like the fact that, and that's another reason why boxing is just in the gutter. Just no real reporting, no real media, no truth. It's just
the fans
all
know more than the reporters and the experts. It's just
bullshit. Like anybody can get into the sport. You got guys like Setback, and like that's like, I'm not talking. I don't want to disparage other people that have bigger platforms than me, because I don't want to make it seem like I'm hating on them for their platforms and the work they put in. But like, there are no Ellie Setbacks in the NFL.
No, no, there's not people fucking with.
Yeah, there's no Ellie Setbacks in
their knees, unshaved, unkempt, running in there with a camera.
Yeah. These are real, like football, NBA, baseball. Like they have real fucking media. Like they don't have Dan Raphael's fat ass sitting there. Like in baseball for years, it was Peter Gammons, right? Remember in baseball growing up on ESPN, who was it? It was Peter Gammons, right? And in football, it's what's the guy's name? Now it's the younger guy with the black hair, but for years it was Craig Mortensen. In the NBA, it was Bob Costas. It was
Bob Costas. Yeah,
Craig. These are real, like educated media members, not like lying shills. Like people are like, oh yeah, Dan Raphael reported it, right? Like Dan Raphael is a complete fucking scumbag. This guy got fired from ESPN for freaking taking like money from promoters for hotel room comps when ESPN's already flying you to the fight, paying for your room. So like, what the hell are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't have real, actual media guys, the Saunders, bro, like just real media, yeah, you got your guys that are like, they're there and they're paid and they, whatever, shuck and jive a little bit. You're going to have that. That's just, you're going to have that. But you're going to have also real media, real like Colin Cowherd, for all the blowhard and stuff he talks about, he's not up there lying, right? Like he's not out there just selling lies. Like It's not like somebody's like, hey, put this story out there so that, like, nah, man, like he has a real job. He can't just keep lying to people. But boxing is like so tribal and so racist that people will pretty much put up with anything as long as it's tribal and racist. And that's just the fact about it. It's just, it is what it is, man. Boxing, more so than other sports, cannot escape the ills of society, man. And what do you have in society? You got a society that's very racist, very tribal, and you have people with no ethics that want instant gratification, that don't want to actually work for what they want. And that's what we're having right now. We got people that are cheating. We got drug test fails rampant. Like you can do the research yourself on Google. Boxing has about 3 or 4 fails per 100 drug tests taken. It's a lot of damn fails.
That means I'm saying what we should do, right? We should go out and make our own Ryan Garcia, like real talk. We can put ourselves, we can be a team together find a bum, average amateur record, and push him as long as he looks good enough. If he's around, a bit younger than me, looks the part, we can push him. Social media presence, and we'll just get paid off of nothing.
Yeah.
Who's the trainer?
Shoot. I know you didn't want to be the manager, but we'll make you the trainer since you want to be the trainer, Watcher. We'll let you do SNC. But I don't know. I can hold bags. I'll be a manager or something. I don't know. I'll try to help.
You know what? I've had a change of heart. I'll be the manager, and I'll get my way by saying, "Why you laugh at me? Don't laugh."
We'll just put a team together, and we'll make our own Ryan Garcia. We'll call him Guyan or Gayan Arcia or something. I don't know.
Oh God, man.
Well, I mean, you gotta also think like, it is boxing. So what race is the guy going to be in? Like, how are we going to market him? Because you got to market. You got
or Eastern European.
Because if it's Bob Arum's, got to have that Mexican fan base. So
Will either be Hispanic or he'll be Gaymachenko. We'll call him.
Tell you what, man, because Bob needs that Mexican fan base, yo. It's like, Mexicans are the only people that watch boxing. It's like, okay, for sure. It is so funny, man. It's so sad. I wish people could just fight. I'm telling you, one of my favorite fighters right now is Benavidez, man. It's a beast.
Yeah, he
beat that guy.
Beat that
guy.
Charlo, yeah.
No, Ronald Ellis.
Didn't he fight Charlo on the weekend?
He looks like Charlo, but his brother.
The same hairstyle, man.
His brother. He has a brother, Rashidi. I think he has another brother, but he was. I think that coach. I think that ref though. If he wanted to stop it, he should have stopped it earlier. I think you gotta give the guy just the pride to let him go the 12 rounds because he was going to go 12. And
nah, man.
I wouldn't got
it. Nah, it was a good stoppage, man. There's no need to get hit in the head like that. He was just getting pummeled in the dome, bro. Like his hand speed. David Benavidez's hand speed is just like, holy smokes, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Because, I was watching with my wife, and she's never really seen him fight before like that. And she was like, wow, he's good. It's like, yeah, And it's like he was throwing those hands. It was like fist of fury. And she was threatening me, like, that's how I'm going to hit you if you don't wash them dishes, yo. And I was like, dang, you know what I'm saying? Because, I left mad dishes in the sink and didn't wash them. She was threatening
That's
me.
funny.
It's like, I'm a David Benavidez you, with that fast fury to the head. She was like, yeah, I'm going to do that. Just, whoa.
Yeah.
But, yeah, man, it's a sad state, bro. Joshua versus Fury is happening. That is freaking hilarious, yo.
That's a scam.
That's freaking crazy. Oh,
and there's somebody I can talk about this with who have the same views except for you guys, dude. I can't talk about it with anybody in my life. I'm guaranteed it's the same way for you guys. We only have each other to talk about this, to see the scam. It's like we're the only ones with our head on straight. Everybody else is wearing blinders. Like the Matrix or something. It's so weird.
It's almost like I don't think they care, dude. I don't think they have blinders on. A lot of people just don't give a shit, dude.
Nobody talked about how Wilder put him on his ass, but all of a sudden I saw other decaf, or not other decaf, well, white people. That wasn't even a contest. Complete domination.
I mean, it was a domination, Tyron. I mean, he did get his ass. I'm kidding.
You watcher.
Man, you know what? You know that video I sent you the other day? I sent Coach Chris the video as well for the guy talking about Tyson Fury, talking about maybe Wilder is next.
I can't stand that guy. I'm talking about Coach Chris. You see what Watcher sent you, that real talk dork?
No, not him. It was another guy. It was another guy who's from the South as well. They're all from the South, which I find weird. It's like,
man. They're just people like that, dude. Like, it can be. I mean, I'm not the biggest Ravens fan, but I mean, we like the Ravens over here. But there's always that one dude who he has no ties to Steelers or anything, but just always roots against the grain. You know what I mean, Coach Chris? Always that one guy who just loves to go against the grain just for going against the grain, like has no other motive other than to be opposite. Like it's like
I know people like that. They're just contrarians, just gotta
right, just to be there. They'll put in their just to go against the flow. It doesn't and they have no reason to do it just for doing it.
Yeah. Those are
signed, sealed, delivered. Signed, sealed, delivered. That's what the guy fucking said about the fight. Delivered? Okay, cool. Where's the fucking venue? Don't say it's in Singapore, because it ain't fucking in Singapore, is it? It's not in fucking Bahrain, where Edward Hearn's going to get his fucking head cut off, because Daniel Kinahan's going to steal from him, probably. You know? That fight ain't fucking happening, dude. All these people from the South fucking... Like, it's like they're like, why can't Wilder be like Joshua? Why can't he be like Joshua? What kind of bullshit is that, man?
I think what happened, and Coach, just tell me if I'm wrong. Notice how most of these guys are fat motherfuckers anyway, way out of shape. They don't work out at all. They don't move. They just sit and eat the entire time. And they want to be contrarians, and they hate Wilder. I think it was like that. It was like, I mean, sports is pretty big down in the South. America in general, but like different places in like the South where there's really nothing going on. Like it's gonna be your basketball, it's gonna be your football game. So these fat motherfuckers with the books just walking around, and they shove them into a locker and they said, "Look, real talk, I'm gonna bully you the rest of the day," and they never got over it. They're kind of sorry. You know what I mean, Coach Chris?
Yeah, it's always them. It's always them. It's always those fat, out of shape, never trained, never worked out guys that are just
worked out, bench, no weights, nothing. The only weight is the fork in their hand. The only weight that they lifted.
Oh man. Oh fuck. Jeez, man.
I mean, they want to be Wilder. That's all they want to do. And because they can't, they go against them, even though they live right near them. But they don't want to say that stuff to their face because they're afraid of being squished.
The other fucking guy that I sent the thing to, he's like so mad. He's like, well, why haven't you signed the contract? He's like, well, make it matter. We want this fight. Tyson Fury has not signed this contract. Like, they're so fucking mad. Like, you can't even respect your own fucking, like, country person. Like, that is fucked up, man.
He shit all over them, We'll never fight in England again. They talking, like, these motherfuckers get on the internet and they're watching videos of people that they supposedly don't like, don't want to see.
Right.
And they're just freaking... they're capping for this guy so hard, just like, oh yeah, Fury this, Fury that. He's like, yeah, fuck y'all, I'm never fighting in England again. Fuck y'all, I'm never gonna be there ever again. I'm not.
There's all fucking dislikes on that video, and the fans are like, never fight in England again. I guess you just lost a fan. What the fuck? Like, he never respected you. In 2011, this guy was shitting on you. And now you're like, oh, he was suddenly... Dude, he's been doing this the whole fucking time, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Even before he went over to fight Cunningham. Who the fuck supported the dude? No one, because he shit on his fan base. Huh? Remember when he went to New York and he tried to confront Wilder? All those fucking Polish fans, they hated Wilder. And then when he knocked Spilka the fuck out, they loved him. And then when Fury went in, they were fucking cheering against Fury. They were like, fuck Fury and this and that. And, Wilder got in his face. And it was like, you ain't got no fucking home. Like, the meaning of a dosser, right? Is a person without a home. That is Fury. He is a big dosser. Like, he just is. He's got no fucking fans. Well, Vegas is his home, apparently. The 3,000 fans that he's got in Vegas, okay, yeah. That's your fucking fan base. Man, Chisora threw him under the bus as well. He said he couldn't sell it in Manchester.
No.
Nobody wants to watch that weak ass style.
What, the cheating style?
Nobody wants to watch that. He can't fight.
Yeah. What does
He can't-
Stormy Bayman says? He goes, he can't fight. That's what he says. This is a joke, man. I'm sick of it.
No one's trying to watch that shit.
Jeez, man. If Joshua actually gets this fight, dude, he has entered himself into a fucking dark, dangerous world.
I just be tripping off the fact like you're actually sitting here on the hold, like you're putting your career, you're like, because he only fought once last year, right? Did he fight in 2020?
December.
He fought in 2020. And before that, he fought what, in December of 2019, right?
Yep.
Because he fought 2019, he got knocked out in June, and then he fought again in December. So then he didn't fight for a year. So he needs to fight in June. And he's sitting here on hold waiting for someone to break a contract to sign a contract with him.
Yep.
It's pretty wild, like, to think about it. It's like, he's not in control of his career, because why would he do that? Why would he sit there and say, why am I waiting for him to break a contract with somebody who I'm ducking? And then he gonna just do the same shit with me, right? Because so you think he'll honor your rematch clause? He didn't honor Wilder's,
Right.
but he'll honor yours though, right? Like I just.
Yeah, and he doesn't have his voice, man. He doesn't have a voice. He never stands up for himself ever, man. He doesn't stand up for himself. And Eddie Hearn can't fucking talk for him in this situation, because Eddie Hearn, he'd have fucked up a lot of deals as well. So it's like, if he turns his 2-fight deal apparently on you, you ain't got the voice. Wilder at least will fucking confront you about it, and he'll take your ass to court. He ain't honest.
I'll be right back.
All right. You turning your back, huh? I'm kidding.
Yeah, I'm turning my back.
Yeah.
Oh, and then I'm going to join your podcast right after I turn my back.
Don't even remind me of that shit.
Or
Oh boy.
talk to Chris about that. He'll laugh about that one.
All right. So Chris, so you know how Ryan and Luke fought, right? So Luke went on his podcast. He went on his podcast to talk about the fucking fight. And he was just so like cool, calm, and collected about it. So in other words, he don't really care that he lost. He just fucking decided to pretty much just be like, oh yeah, you beat me. Yeah. What kind of crap is that? Man, these guys, I swear down, they don't know what the fuck they're doing. I swear. Oh, dear. Spray. Yep. Man, I don't even see this shit in the UFC. And there's a lot of fuckery that goes on in the UFC as well. It's not like boxing.
They're jacked up on them painkillers in the UFC, ain't it?
Man, they're fucking juiced to the gills.
In the UFC?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
You can't tell me Jones is not on a fucking on something there.
Didn't he hide underneath the ring or something like that?
Yeah, he hid underneath the cage.
You saw the came.
Yeah, and they're like, "Come on, get out of there, Mr. Jones." I'm not kidding. That's like what they said.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then like that scream he does at the weigh-in.
Yeah.
That's what he did when he got found out. Oh, this guy's a fucking joke, man.
Cover it with your clipboard, Mr. Jones.
Mr. Jones. Ah! And then he was fucking crying at the press conference. Oh, man.
You know, and it's like, Coach, you follow fitness too, and you see this stuff. It's like a lot of these, they don't even look to reach their natural potential. They immediately start using. Like, I know guys who started using a month or two, into working out, and they don't bench more than I do, and I'm all natural, and they don't bench as much as I do, and how fast I did it. I didn't start benching until what was it? October of 2019, November of 2019. I'm at 325 right now. I ran Smolov, so I came back, and I started off benching what, 165, 175. So the strength was there, just natural, and I built up the frequency, and got up there on my own. No steroids or nothing.
And I'm pretty fortunate in the regard that, like, since I haven't been what was I gonna say? Ever since I stopped playing football, I haven't been around anymore.
405 for like 6 or something on your chin. I was like, good God.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm just, I'm fucking strong as shit, man. I'm lucky. Yeah. It's just, this is one of the things where I haven't really been around juice like that. You know what I'm saying?
Why do they say they have to start immediately?
Man, it's confidence, man. It's confidence. Man, people want to feel good about what they're doing, and people don't think they can do it alone, man. It's I'm not gonna sit here and act like I was the best athlete to ever play anything, or that I was so great or anything. But obviously, you've seen me bench press. The one thing I've never had a problem with is like strength.
Right.
So, I didn't need to take juice, but like, I've never played football and felt that I wasn't strong enough to compete against people that were playing. So I just, when my experience with steroids was always that guy that would like walk into the room and like cats would be talking about it, and then like they would just like, because I guess they would just it's like, you would usually stop talking about it if you knew I wasn't clean. But I'm big as shit, and I mean, I'm big now, and I'm way smaller than I was when I played. So like, I guess they figured, this motherfucker's on the shit too. Like, I remember one time we were at another, like, seeing my college teammates, we were at another school, like visiting, with a buddy of ours who went to high school with a guy on the team. And they were just talking about like what they were planning on taking and how much of this and blah, blah, blah. And I'm sitting there and I'm drinking. Like, I'm not paying attention to what the fuck they're really talking about. And then they just were like, yeah, man. And like, what does he do? Like, hey, Big Chris, what do you take? I'm like, I don't take none of that shit. And my boy was like, oh yeah, man, Chris is natural. It was like, what? It was like, yo, Chris is fucking doesn't juice, yo. And then motherfuckers was like leaning on me like, what the fuck are you doing, yo? Like, are you not trying to be the best, yo? You need to be taking that shit, dude. Like, one cycle, I'll never forget, motherfucker said, man, one cycle won't kill you, bro. Like, it'll make you a baller in the weight room, a baller on the field. I'm just like, I can't take that shit, man.
Once you get on, if you ever want to get off, you'll never recover.
Bro, I'll freaking kill somebody, dude. Like, I don't need extra testosterone in my system, dog. You know what I mean? I'll freaking kill someone. I will. You know what I mean? Like, I know my body. I know how my mindset. I can't, like, me not going through the streets like a lunatic, beating the hell out of people for random shit is good. Like, I don't need any help being angry. I don't need that. I'm always angry. I'm pissed off every day. I'm intense every day. Like, how y'all hear me talk and how I act, like, that's how I am every day, all the time. Like, no joke, that's me. Like, I'm really a coach. I'm really hyped up, and I'm intense. And this is me at 40. Imagine me at 26, when I could bench 550, when I could run like a 4.8, when I was dunking a basketball. I didn't need any more of that shit, bro. I might have got to the NFL and then I'd have freaking been in jail for beating someone to death for taking too long in the 7-Eleven line or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, everyone can't take steroids, bro. Like, you seeing these dudes on the news getting locked up for beating someone's ass or beating their wife. A lot of that's juice, bro. Can't handle it. You know, I don't need any help with that. No way. And I don't need help putting on weight. I could be 320 pounds tomorrow if I wanted to be. So I really didn't have a need to take steroids. So but I've been around it, you know, playing ball, having, you know, different people play and different people offer tea and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, it's just not.
Yeah, man, it's just not good for you.
And, you know, it's sad to see all these people. Like, look at Dillian White. He takes fucking steroids and he looks like fucking shit.
He's probably on it again, dude.
Oh, what is he? Is he just shooting it and not doing nothing? Because he looks horrible.
No, he's got that 1980s shit.
Yeah, he was taking D-ball. Like, are you kidding me? Like, what?
Especially if you're on a decent diet, man, you should look like Oscar Rivas.
I don't think these guys are like drinking enough water or something. Like, it's just bad. Like look at Fury in the Klitschko fight, and then look at Fury in the fight versus Wilder. You know what I'm saying? Like, definitely got some help. Definitely got some insight on what to take and how to take it and how to use it. And there's people out there that do it, and you know what I mean? I don't know. You know, I don't know enough to just sit there and tell somebody this and that, the third, but I just know it's bad. You don't need that stuff. You don't need to freaking shrink your nads for muscles. Like, I mean, if you're a bodybuilder, that's just the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You have to, you know what I mean? You got to have the genetics to compete first. But, you know, if you're a professional bodybuilder, it's about aesthetics, man. So that's just the game you're in, you know. But for all those competitive athletes out there, it's just, it's unfortunate, you know, and you know, it's just unfortunate. Really wished it. We just want to see fights, man. We just want to see the fights, and I just wish it would happen. You know, it's just really bad. But fellas, I got to cut this short, man. I actually got a nonprofit for my nonprofit. We got our board meeting in like 20 minutes here. So I got to leave y'all. You know what I'm saying? But appreciate y'all having me on to chop it up with this foolishness, man. Eventually they'll let me go live too. So,
all right, man.
How y'all boys on for my first live? I was trying to drop a video about what happened all weekend, but I couldn't even get to it, man. Been ripping and running, been super busy. But thank y'all for having me on, Watcher and Ty, man. Shout out. Gotta get a lift one of these days. You know, I'm in like full recovery mode. I'm feeling my age, man. Like, my back has been kind of, I tweaked it, been spasming on me a little bit. My hips been spasming.
Yeah, we gotta get up. I need to come up there, man. Get a bench session in or something. Granted, I have no legs. That bench is the only thing I train. Like, I mean, I could probably deadlift 405 right now if I wanted to, because I don't even train deadlift just because I got the long arms and stuff. But I can't squat worth the shit.
Oh, we can straighten that out. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have to actually, I think moving forward, I can't do like most people because of all the abuse and all the training I've done probably, and some of the unsafe, unsmart things I used to do back in the day. I'm gonna probably in the wintertime just have to do more recovery and not really train as heavy, because like it's like my body, like, it warmed up. And like I started feeling good, and then as soon as the cold weather came, it's like I just got a spasm in like my back, my hip. It's like, holy smokes. So I'm gonna have to probably change the way I train, do a lot more active recovery, make sure I'm foam rolling. And I don't do this, like the stuff I make my athletes do. I don't do it. Like, I be busy, man. I be training and just going. I'm telling them stretch, foam roll. I haven't done the hot tub. I haven't gotten a massage. I'm just like beating myself up and then wondering, why is my back tight? It's like, yeah, dude, you're not taking care of your body, bro. You know? But hey, man, appreciate y'all having me on, man. And until next time, man, y'all boys have a good night, man.
All right, bro.
All right.
Out, man. Take
All
care
right.
of your nonprofit.
Peace. Peace.
Yeah, man, I'll put y'all up on it. It's going to be a cool little situation. You know what I'm saying? It's all about health and wellness. And actually, whenever I do monetize, I'm gonna that'll be that account will be for the nonprofit. That'll be on the account on YouTube to raise money, because we're trying to do some things for people that were left behind in fitness. You know, as far as like introduction to nutrition classes, how to join a gym, how to work out. All kind of good stuff. We got a good plan here, so hopefully we can have a great organization to go with it. You know what I mean? All right, y'all boys stay up. All right, take care now.
Yep, take care, man. Peace
Sounds
out.
good.
All right, fellas.
I think we'll wrap it up too.
All right, man.
So yeah, I'll let you all go. Thank you all, everyone, for tuning in. We'll be back soon. I have a feeling some stuff will come up, and yeah, appreciate it, Tyrone. Good having you on.
All right, man. Thanks for having me, and I hope the right thing comes out of all this, and what's deserved is deserved. And
Yeah, of course, man.
all right.
With that, I'll be out.
Peace
And
out.
peace.
Peace.